And I have to say, after all of the years of me driving kids to school, this is the most popular mom car in the cities I have lived in since I've been driving kids to school. It looks beautiful in white, obviously super popular in white. With large family SUVs like this, I see mostly black or white, which is, you know, makes sense, but I would choose a color. I love the Type S in gold. Beautiful big wheels, LEDs, of course, gorgeous rounded body style, seats 7, tons of room, luxury SUV. Of course, on this luxury SUV, we have a power liftgate. And we have enough room behind the third row. You're not going to fit a ton of luggage back here, but we do have a little bit of space and then a little bit of under bed storage as well. This third row folds down really easily. I love how simple it is. We have window shades back here. We have tri-zone climate control and heated outboard seats. We have a 12-volt and 2 USB chargers. And then we also have a totally flat floor, which I love. And then when not in use, the center seat folds down into a really nice center console. Plus, this whole center seat comes right out. So you can have a pass-through and 2 captain's chairs instead of a bench here. Okay, let's hop in the third row of the MDX and see how much room we have in the adult. I like seeing that we have a rubber mat back here for the third row as well. This one is mid-trim. I didn't mention that. This is a premium elite. So I know the trims are different in Canada and the US, but this is about mid-trim. The Type S is above this one, which is the performance version, so it's faster and more powerful. The Ultra is above that. So those are quite a bit pricier, but this is about mid-trim for the MDX. And I love that it has the rubber flooring. These 2 seats back here are not super comfortable. I mean, I have enough leg room, I guess, but my legs are pretty high up off the ground. I'm 5'1". I have a USB charger, a speaker, a cup holder, but I don't see any vents back here at all. So, I mean, as a third row passenger, I would like to have some vents. We have a fully digital gauge cluster and a very comfortable steering wheel. We do have controls for the multimedia system here, which is great because it's not a touch screen. Heated steering wheel. We have heated seats, ventilated seats. We have our climate control here. We can control the rear climate as well, which is great. Like I mentioned, this is not a touch screen, although it's wireless Apple CarPlay, which I appreciate, but it's controlled by this touchpad here. And personally, I find it really frustrating. I would rather have a dial or a touch screen. This is kind of cool. It's like a pop-up little charging station for your USB and your USB. Your drive modes are here. We have sport, normal, comfort, and snow modes. I should mention this is all-wheel drive, which is standard in Canada, but in the US, front-wheel drive is standard for the MDX. We have a wireless charging pad as well and 2 really good-sized cup holders and a nice leather-covered center console. All right, the Acura MDX is a 3.5-liter V6, getting 290 horsepower and 267 pound-feet of torque. The Type S will get you more power, more performance, quicker, maybe a little more fun to drive, but I mean, I think of the MDX as a mum car, so I'm not sure if that's really totally necessary. It's a 10-speed automatic, and I've really enjoyed the drive again this week. I've had this one a few times in the past few years. It's very comfortable. My family likes it. We all fit in here, no problem with those third row seats, and it's a good car. The MDX starts at around $50,000 US, but that is a front wheel drive. The MDX is always all-wheel drive in Canada and starts at around 69,000 Canadian. This one is mid-trim, so I couldn't spec it as tested on the US website because their trims are all called different things except for the Type S, of course. But this one at mid-trim is the Platinum Elite in Canada and is about 73,000 Canadian dollars.